An additional update video has arrived at the Grap coin YouTube page. Please accept my warmest greetings. The current circumstance is ideal for DOT's actions. The $4.60-$7.51 one area for the white wave structure that we have been talking about for the last several weeks has not changed. Also, it's intolerable how much of a drop there has been. I can't help but wonder whether I'm not the only one whose health has declined at such a startling rate, but the region of support remained on the diagram, and the dot finished all the required duties during the white count, which was perfect. I removed the yellow count, which was marginally more bullish from the pay chart. However, that wasn't the ideal situation for quite some time and would have necessitated a huge ABC structure. It or hasn't happened. Now that we have reached the support area, we want to investigate the microstructure. Before we go any further, I just want to stress that this is, in my view, a leading diagonal going to an upside. My count on the dot chart indicates 5 upward waves. It is now imperative that we determine if support is still in place. In life, there is no sure thing. Nevertheless, the specified support region ranges from $4.61 to $7.50. 0, we are maintaining our position above the critical $4.61 one. Under that cutoff, the so-called 1 to 2 configuration is more prone to invalidation. In reality, invalidation occurs at the October low. Stopping below that point is absolutely necessary. It is up to you whether you want to trade this setup and put it below the. If the Elliott wave is below the 78.6 FIP level when we meet today at 5 p.m. UTC on the member live stream, we will talk about how to establish stop losses using Elliott wave. I think that was the main point. I need to be sure again. Personally, I think so. On Sundays at 5 p.m. UTC, we host a live broadcast featuring our members. Stop loss orders are today's subject in case you were wondering. Review our membership list. However, before you go back to the chart, decide where you want to put the stop loss. Elliott wave theory suggests 2 possible levels below which they could be set, both of which are below the 78.6 FIP level. Since there is not a formal invalidation point, the rally could still continue if you are stopped out. The odds start to shift at that very moment. Another option is to hold a rally first and then a wick. However, the $3.60 0 is lower than the October low in this particular case. In other words, when you trade with this particular setup, there would have to stop there to prevent invalidation and the necessity of developing a fresh trading plan. From that point on, the diagonal takes the lead. When a diagonal pattern is followed by a sharp pullback, it's common, and we observed just that. Anyone familiar with the Elliott wave policies or who has been following my channel can therefore conclude that you are cognizant of the fact that a diagonal typically entails a discernible retracement. That is therefore also the case with this wave at the moment. The hourly time period is next on our agenda. The item has been carefully placed in the middle of the place where help is needed. X Network is where I made a Twitter post yesterday. Come and be a part of it with us. Go ahead and follow along if you like. Pay close attention to whose account is being followed. The latest news, attitude updates, and sometimes even short-term updates are all available there. However, our gold membership grants access to twice as many. Nonetheless, the price has obviously already fallen under the support zone as of yesterday, which was about 19 hours ago. As I indicated before, there appears to be the possibility of one more low based on the microstructure of the graph. The 565 level is the next support level. We obviously landed here about 686. As expected, the price did encounter resistance between 720 and 744. As expected, another low was achieved following the micro count. Therefore, you will receive updates such as these there. There are more of those in the gold membership, though some of them are spread on Twitter or X. It was down to about 565 after all, so that was good. Upon further review of the design, I have incorporated an extra resistance zone. It goes without saying that we must adjust the resistances as we lower ourselves. The next obstacle is the $7 mark. A low is about to form if prices break above that level, but a sustained break above it would be fine because it would indicate the slide's impulsive nature has already got rid of. The fact that it may yet form into a broader diagonal or corrective is the first indication that a low is in a sustained break above $7. Yes, one more low could happen before then. Okay, we should definitely consider it. As for the levels of support, they are 565 and 461 respectively. If the price can rise above $7, the next major obstacle will be at $8.50, zero afterwards. Pivotal 1 follows at around $9.105, 5. Hence, in the event that the price might go higher than that limit, which would lend credence to the idea that bottom has been hit. So let's talk about return and risk now. A third wave should take us to the 1.38 extension, or around $30 if this is really a wave 2 correction, which is never guaranteed but is a valid setup. A third wave should aim at this exact target. For a third wave, the very minimum would be a $25 level or 1.236 extension, but 30 is the original desirable target. Then I will be watching it. Nevertheless, it is imperative that we ascertain whether the price can sustain its support levels. In the event that there is one more low, the count will be officially full, as mentioned earlier. I need to see evidence of a first break above $7 or a break below before I can accept that it has likely already bottomed out. Excess of $9.105, 5. So that concludes my interaction with DOT. Please let me know if you found the update interesting. Then please subscribe, like, and comment if that's the case. Plus, if the material really grabs your attention, thank you so much for checking out the Grap Coin channel on YouTube. Leave it.